What's up guys, this is Chronic Rush HD and welcome to episode 37 of FIFA 13 Road to Gold Around the World series. Basically, it's a traditional Road to Gold with a slight twist where I'm going to be doing all the leagues around the world in a certain order, doing cups and doing the divisions, seeing how well we do. And as you can see there, we're just relisting some of the players. And we've got 62,000 coins with a team still to sell, which is pretty nice. Played 51 games, 29 lost. No, sorry, that didn't make sense. 51 games, won, 29 lost. And I'm just relisting some of these players. The players that I'm not going to use again. And we've also got some guy just sold there. But we're in the, I think it is quarterfinals of the Silver Cup. So we will go into that game later. But I'm going to go and pick up some fitness cards. Some other players are fairly low because I didn't actually buy any. It was a stupid mistake. I didn't actually buy any rotational players because I thought the French League players, French League 2 players were fairly cheap, and I could just swap them out, resell them for the same price, swap them out, and pretty much nothing is lost. But I really should have picked up some rotational players during the episode, but it's a bit late now that I just decided that there's not much point picking up players, and I'll just go and pick up some fitness cards. I'm also not quite sure on when I actually did this episode. Mainly because, as you may know, the team of the season cards are coming out. Well, they have come out when I'm doing this commentary, but I think the recording was not done in that time. So, as you may have seen, if you are a FIFA player at the moment, that the market is kind of completely gone in terms of consumables and stuff like that. Everything is fairly cheap, which as you can see in the upcoming episodes where I kind of go out and pick up more fitness cards now just because they're a lot cheaper, and it's probably easier buying up fitness cards and contract cards instead of selling them and selling them on and buying new players. But we go and pick up a new player and we add some players to the watch list, like I said last episode, where we're going to be going picking up some bronze players to go and fill out the bronze team when we come to the Bronze Cup. And I was looking and I found the CDM and the centre attacking mid player called Oriol, I don't know. It sounds like Oreo, but he looks like a fairly decent centre attacking mid. I decided to pick him up instead of Barazite, and I read some fairly decent reviews on him, and he said he worked quite well as a player in centre attacking mid, so I decided to pick him up to see what he did, and I couldn't actually find any in like the, any in the buy now thingy, and I also go and pick up a brand new striker, and we go and pick up the Dembele, the French plays for Saint Clement, I think it is, really pacey striker, and I'm surprised I haven't actually picked this guy up because I've seen him, I've used him before, and he's actually on another account. And he's actually a fairly decent player, so I was surprised I didn't use him. But I'll go and pick him up for the Bronze Cup when we get to that. But we're going to go into the first game of this episode, the Silver Shield, and we're going to be moving into the quarter final. And as you can see, the player's not looking too bad. Got mostly 90 fitness everywhere. Contracts are okay, and we go into the first game. And like always, it takes so long to find a game. It's just really frustrating. I end up like putting it down, going to the toilet, come back, and it still hasn't done. But we do eventually get into a game. Like so, we come up against this guy here called Cripper, I think it is. He's called Pirates FC, his squad, and he's got a Belgian Pro League team, which I'm going to be moving on to the next league I'm going to be doing. But that is a lovely goal from Teshite, I think it is. I should know because I've actually used him and how he pronounced it. The commentator pronounces it fairly well. But that's a nice strike there in the top left-hand corner to make it 1-0. And basically this game was such a boring game to play. And it moved all the way up to the 71st minute until a breakthrough was come. And do some work there. Oleg, God knows how that ball stayed near him. But we do eventually, and it goes to 1-1. And we move on to the extra time, which I think is the second extra time game we've had. As you can see there, he had more possession. I had loads more shots than him, and sometimes that happens where they've got more possession, and he was one of those players where passed it around a bit too much. But extra time again was such a boring period of football. Nothing happened, and it eventually moved on into penalty. And guys, you could probably know if you watch this series, I am probably one of the worst penalty takers / keepers / penalties person, and yeah, that was pretty nice. I felt I had button lag. My God, if you were to watch me click these buttons, I was clicking them on time, and they just carried on going until but he goes 2-0 up in penalties. I'm missed my first one, and that missed the second one, and I kind of, like, in these penalties at this time, I knew I was going to lose, so I just stayed in the middle. But he decides to try and do the PLO chip straight down the middle. And I thought, maybe I've got a chance. Barazite's here. Oh, saved. The one penalty on target was saved. I was like, oh, God's sake, and just decided I'm going to lose this. Fargas steps up, and that's going to be a lovely penalty. I've got no chance in saving that. But he goes through. We're out of this silver shield, which I didn't really want. But he was a good player. And he just kind of deserved it. He played much better than me. And yes, I did have more shots, but I didn't take my opportunities. But that means we are going to go and put some bids onto these bronze players. And as you can see there was a kind of time frame. So I kind of, I kind of stopped the recording and started a new one when I swap out the team. And obviously I'm going to sell some of the players eventually. And hopefully once this, see how far we can get in this bronze cup. Hopefully we don't get knocked out too quick. But I kind of want to, but it won't be that good if I get like knocked out straight away. Just the fact that I can't wait until moving on to the French League 1. It's got some fairly decent players in there, and I really want to play with them. Also, I'm kind of going to be using the 3-5-2 formation again. Hopefully, I kind of really like that formation. I've seemed to use it always in the kind of big nations, just because the French League 2. My God, I've got some fairly decent centre backs. My favourite, I so badly want to use his team the season card. Nkulu, I think it is, the Marseille centre-back. He is a brick. But as you can see here, I kind of stopped the recording, waited for these guys to buy, and then we bought them up for the same price we put them on, 200 and 150 coins. Some fairly decent rated players here, and I decided to put them in the team. We get 96 chemistry still, which is a fairly decent upgrade. I think they're just 2 players out of formation. And we just swapped got silver players on our bench for some bronze ones, so we can actually play in the bronze cup, or what is it? Is it bronze challenge? And we go into the first game, and I need to speed this up. This is speeded up, if you guys know, and this takes quite a long time to get into a game. We do eventually get into a game. I'm going to cut this bit out next time because I've got like so many episodes stored in the bank. I don't actually know how many I've still got to cut up, but I will cut them up in future. Stop you waiting, guys, and try and shorten down these episodes because they seem to be a bit too long. I think 10 minutes should try and be my maximum now because I think 13 minutes in that lot is a bit too much. But he's got an Empower Championship 1 squad there, informed grabbing up front, and I was like, oh god, this is not going to go well. And in the first minute there, grabbing in the fourth minute, grabbing nice shot there to make it 1-0. And Kieran Pearce, I think it is, his centre back, he's a really good player as well. To head in a corner, and I was like, yeah, damn it, oh, great. This is another goal. Oh, right, cheers, mate. Why didn't you just shoot? Oh, I hate people who do that. He's 2-0 up, yeah, and it's the first round of a Bronze Cup, and he decides to crab it. Why? But that is a lovely shot from Weston again. And that kind of didn't make up for it at all. But that made it 4-0. And this game was just complete annihilation from me. He was just a much better player. Coke there. Nice strike in the 80th minute. And that game finished 5-0. And that was a kind of frustrating game to play. I think we come up the match stats here. And I basically did nothing. Well, it was a kind of even game, actually. So I just didn't take my chances, and I gave him some easy goals. I didn't close him down enough in the midfield, and he just had some easy shots to put in the corners. But that is us now out of the Bronze Cup, and that means we're going to be moving on to the French League 1 squad. And we're just going to list all these players up. Again, I'm just going to list them up, 2 clicks to the right, and then just put them in. Then I'll make a profit, and then slowly decrease them and see what I can eventually sell them for. I kind of, in this episode, series, sorry, I kind of want it. I'm pretty decent at trading. It's just I think I take a long time doing it, and I don't really want to do it now just because the Team of the Season players are coming out shortly when I'm doing this episode, and they're already out now, so the market's just completely gone to shambles. Players are going for loads less, and it's just, you can't really make, well, you can make coins, but it's harder now. But I just decided that this episode's this series is going to be like playing, squad building, road to goals kind of series, no trading and stuff like that. But I may do that in the future in FIFA 14 when that comes out. But it's coming to the end of the episode, guys. Remember, if you like this episode, remember to hit that like button, put any feedback, anything in the comments, and remember to hit that subscribe button to stay tuned for the upcoming episodes. This has been Chronic. Till next time, adios!